Now where it starts to get interesting is here. Where we get to the center, we see plenty of churches around here by the canals. And it's very, very old here. Different styles, different bridges. This is a true medieval city. As Dutch as it gets. This is an organ. Which is very common in Dutch cities. And then you have a guy collecting money for it. You have this in every city on Saturdays. Every city in the whole country. It's a very old tradition. Here we have a junction where several canals come together. It's a very, very classy place.
Kunt u de uitgang nemen, dus de andere kant op. Dankjewel.
Markets are a very Dutch phenomenon, especially on Saturdays. They sell everything from nuts, fruits, like dried fruits and stuff. Not real fruits, because fruits is during the week, I suppose. But products like hair styling, leather belts and things. And it's a very Dutch thing. But people don't move. It's common to walk very slow, so if you're in a hurry you better take another street, because you get very frustrated. We have a lot of baked goods as well that are packaged, so it's not really fresh things. Wallets, sweets, we're very Dutch. But yeah, it's a real free time activity. People don't move like at all, so you're stuck. And it can occupy a very big square in the center, or a lot of streets like here. Obviously they have cheese, which is the most famous thing in my country. I don't like it. And historically this was already a market, because we see a sign there which says Vismarkt, which is the fish market. So that's what used to be here in the Middle Ages. Here they sell sambal, which is from Indonesia, and the Dutch, they colonized part of Indonesia. It was called New India, and sambal is a spicy sort of spread, let's say, that we use in basically a lot of our food nowadays. It's heavily influenced by Indonesian cuisine, just because they were colonized by us, let's say. Here we see the Cathedral of Leiden. I'm at a fortress here. You see, it's right in the middle of the city. Just the walls are still standing. Real nice view. Now this is my country. Oh, medieval. And there in the back we might see a brick factory. The ovens. I'm very afraid of heights, so not very comfortable standing here, even if it's not that high. Don't like it. But the view is nice. Nice golden retriever. It's a very cozy town here. See the main church here, which is obviously stunning. If you look look at the glass windows, just how tall everything is. And that this is easily 400 years old. It's hard to imagine how this was ever built. These are not bricks, like part of it is, but there's a lot of other stones that come from different types, different parts of the country, let's say. These white stones are probably from the south, from caves even, could be. Black stones looks like basalt, could be from somewhere else, even imported from other countries by ship, I don't know. But my country was a seafaring nation, it means that they traded with the whole world, or colonized part of it. And that's how there was a lot of import of goods from, you know, other parts of the world. So this is the St. Peter's Church here in Leiden, which is again another church. It is 900 years old. Can you imagine 900 years? Inside I couldn't take pictures and you have to pay €4 to enter. I just had a look, but yeah, I'm not going in. I don't know what that building is, but everything is just very, very interesting here. So nice. If you look around, everything is just extremely old. There's a building from 1683. Everything is about 400, 500 years. The church is 900. Can you imagine how it must have looked here in the Middle Ages? About the same, just with different looking people, different clothes, different lives, but the buildings haven't changed. Just look how cute these little houses are. Can you imagine having a little boat, going around the city in summer, having a few beers? An old gate with a horseman and postal horns right there. Must have been a particular part of town here. Medieval towns were often divided into sections. For example, statue makers, leather producers and whatnot. Now here we see the very best of my country, like the most charismatic images I can show you. We see a living boat where someone lives on, probably a family. We see a school that cultivates seeds of the seafarers, so of the traders, and they would probably be cultivating seeds there that came from other continents, and grew herbs or whatnot, new vegetables that were found in these places. We see a gentleman with a little boat. We see old houses there on the side, and they live very close on the water, all having little boats. We see an old wooden mill, let's say the oldest type still standing. That part on top there can turn as the wind blows. It just turns around, I believe, the whole thing. We see an old bridge that's hundreds of years old as well. A very small one that can be lifted up here right in the middle. It's locked right now, but if you unlock it when a boat needs to come, you just pull it up by the chains. That's mechanically from a distance probably, and a big boat like that can pass. Now it's very likely that people live on these boats as well. And this is some of the oldest heritage that my country has. Right there you see that old house on the left, which is 400 or 500 years old easily. And the boats can be anywhere from 80 to 100 years old as well. These true houses on the water, the living boats, are a bit newer, but these boats on the left are pretty old models. You don't really see them in Amsterdam because that's a bit modernized, but this is a true Dutch city, Leiden, where you see the best the country has to offer. Just a very handsome image. Like, these buildings on the right are new, obviously. It's a shame that they're there, but unfortunately some parts get destructed as well. That's just how it goes. This building is from 1612. So gorgeous. Nearly 410 years old. Eating Chinese tonight here in Leiden. Beautiful decor.
Anissa helemaal aangevraagd. Van ons helemaal.
Glaasje brownie, heb je dat gezien?